Welcome to Quiet Taste Podcast. We are back. It's your boy Tech Daddy.
Bumblebee Tuna.
Okay, okay. I feel like I should ask more questions, but
It's Ace Ventura. There are no questions.
fair enough. Anyways, welcome to Quiet Taste Podcast. If you're new to the podcast, we appreciate giving us a listen. We are a history-based podcast. We do history, mystery, music, and we're a comedy. So, serious history, unserious hosts. That would be us. It's this the two of us today. Unfortunately,
the two most serious.
Yeah, dude. Actually, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
We are the two most serious on an unserious podcast. Well, hey, whatever. We're here.
That's a low bar.
Indeed. So yeah, if you're new, please, I hope you enjoy what we got going on here. We're going to be doing a bit of banter at the beginning of the episode. Gets us warmed up. Let's get the juices flowing, if you will, and then we'll get into the topic. If you're a returning listener, we appreciate sticking with us all these years. It's almost the end of the year now, actually. So 3 years, year 3, I guess, is pretty much in the books at this point. We're going to have this episode comes out next week, and then after that we have DJ and myself are doing another episode for our music review for the year, and then after that we're going to do probably our podcast year in retrospect, and after that we're going to probably take a break. So we usually take a break completely on accident every year. Oh, at the beginning of every year?
It is. It's not talked about.
No.
It's just everybody knows the holidays are
It's
going
just rough.
on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's rough for us, but everybody especially Ben having extra families. It's just tough for us to get together, especially during the holidays. And I mean, shit, it's that's how it is. So this time we actually we're planning to take a break though. So you're gonna get another 3 episodes this year, and after that we're gonna take a little hiatus. We need a break. I mean, it doesn't. I'm back to work now finally too. Yeah. So it's like we're now all employed again.
Right.
So it's like, dude, I gotta.
We need to rest the engines for the listeners.
Dude, yeah, especially like adjusting to a new job stuff too, man. I'm tired.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm exhausted.
Say commute there, commute back. The commute back is always trash.
Oh, it's booty cheeks, man.
Well,
that's actually the benefit though of having a gym in the office is that I will just work out after work. By the time I'm done working out, there's no traffic.
Oh, that's good. What time's your quit time?
I'm usually done at 5.
Yeah, that would be a terrible time to leave.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I used to leave around there at like 3:30.
Oh,
and that was the beginning of the bad.
Oh, the crap, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it just got worse from there.
Yeah, I used to work at the Best Buy out there, and I'll be off at like.
That's right.
Right, yeah, but I would be off work at like 8 or 9, so it's fine. There was nobody there. I would go into work around noon, which is nobody out there, so it was fine. There was no traffic ever. And then I worked in University Park, and that's when I learned the issue that is I-80.
Yeah,
because you're just going was that south, and it was just it sucked.
Oh, it's
every
so
day.
They fixed it. Yeah, they fixed the bottleneck, and it stayed fixed. Because when I got my first big boy job out of high school, that was right when they were working on 80 to enlarge it, and it stayed fixed for a while where traffic was okay, and then somewhere around I was there for 15 years, and then somewhere around like the halfway mark, it was like a population boom happened or something.
Yeah,
and then it was just nuts to butts.
Oh yeah, it's terrible.
Starting at like 2:30 really.
Yeah.
In the afternoon, and I mean you're screwed until 6 or 7.
Yeah. Yeah, they need to get rid of those damn toll booths too. I mean, it was just the whole overpass thing. Yeah. We don't need the booths there.
No, absolutely.
Make more space.
Yeah, nobody's using it.
Nope.
And it's and also you go to Florida, you go to the Ohio River with us, it's a license plate reader.
Well, the new Klein is like too. The Skyway,
if you go over the bridge to go into Louisville, same thing.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, I've done that before.
Yeah, and everybody, but Indiana's toll road needs to do it too. But
dude,
that's Indiana. I understand that's the entirety.
Yeah.
Of the width of the highway, because there wasn't, there wasn't a section without gates. So it's a bit bigger of an undertaking.
Man, I remember having I was at the Galt house in Louisville, and it was myself, my brother, my girlfriend Charlie was there, and my brother's friend was there too. And we're all just we're on top of the Galt House. It's a historic hotel, eating steak, overlooking the bridges into Louisville. It was so cool, man.
Oh, it's awesome. It's a beautiful bridge.
It is.
Beautiful
it really
bridge.
is. Yeah, it's crazy because there was an accident on the bridge, and so we're watching traffic start, and then there being traffic, and then seeing like the police cars, the ambulance, all stuff going. So it was like, man, we're not stuck in that. That's nice.
It's awesome when you drive over or under or something like that. It's not me.
Man, sucks to suck. But being back to work. It's funny, I was thinking about this the other day. And also, we did not discuss what we're going to talk about at the beginning of this episode, so we're just going for. But anyways, I realized the other day, I technically am now no longer in IT. Do I still call myself Tech Daddy?
Oh.
Or do I have a new name? Do I have to come up with a new name?
Tech adjacent?
Yes. Yes, the Tech Grandpappy. I'm no longer doing it. I've done it and passed it along to the next generation. Dude, 10 years though, man. 10 years of working in the IT, like being customer facing IT support, man. Dude, I don't want to do that again. I don't want to ever do that again.
I don't blame you one bit.
Like after working retail for years and then going to that and then getting out of it for a little bit, then going back to it. Oh man, like the cavalcade of humanity you see, like when you're working on the front lines of like any kind of customer facing anything, like so like restaurant workers or any kind of service industry or retail and stuff like that, dude. There was a video I saw online. It was like this woman said that we need to have a conscription where everybody has to do a mandatory 2 years of service in a front, like in a customer facing role.
Oh, I see.
like just make people better as a society.
Right.
I'm like, dude, I kind of agree with that.
I think the lesson will be lost.
Well, yeah, probably. Eventually.
I just don't have that much faith in people.
Oh, well, yeah, no.
No.
Honestly, we're about to see government hand holding going horribly wrong. So, yes, anything the government starts makes you do. Oh, God.
DJ calls me back now.
As we're recording?
Yeah. Hey, what's up, DJ?
Well, now DJ is on the podcast.
You actually showed up on the podcast.
Oh, hell yeah.
I was calling you because I thought you were behind me earlier. I didn't know anybody else had that car.
I got my headlight fixed.
Oh, okay.
I was just walking around the University of Chicago. I had this photo modeling thing. So I've been outside for like the past hour. Super beautiful architecture. There's so many creepy fucking statues outside that building.
Yeah. The University of Chicago has great architecture. Jess works there, so she's giving me a tour. And there's a museum there. DJ, are you still on campus?
Yeah, we walk all over campus, in and out. Like we checked out the library, everything.
Yeah, the library's dope. But there's a museum. There's a museum on the campus you got to check out. I can't remember what it's called. Wow, really? But yeah, there's a museum there. I think it's free. So yeah, it's a museum. That's where I saw like there's a few mummies and shit.
Oh
shit. Yeah, the photographer works there.
Oh.
So he had a pass, so we were able to like kind of check everything out.
Go to the museum, get some culture.
Oh man. Yeah. All right, DJ, I find it hilarious that you're the podcast first call and you're a host. But
to Required Taste Podcast.
Oh yeah.
I'll talk to you later, buddy.
All right, see you guys.
Bye.
You know, it's funny. I think I actually have talked about that museum on an episode because we went a few weeks ago, or not a few weeks. God, that was a few months ago now. But yeah, because there was because University of Chicago is a massive campus. I never knew it was that big. So like we were out there and Jess works there, so she was showing me around.
I always forget that.
Yeah, dude, it's wild. So that museum, like they did actually have like I think 4 or 5 mummies there. They have a piece of it's a replica, but they had a what's his name Lakota Hammurabi. They had a copy of that. Yeah. They had what else they had? They had like a bunch of stuff, man, like Mesopotamian artwork and like pottery and stuff. It was crazy. This like just laying around at University of Chicago.
Oh, that's cool. As you know, I recently found out, and they escape me at the moment. I think they're in like East Central Indiana, but there's 2 colleges in Indiana that have mummies.
Okay.
Right? It's like it was real cool to learn.
Sure.
And everything, but that was my reaction too. It was just, huh? like in colleges.
Yeah, just like laying around colleges. Yeah, that's
just,
crazy.
just hanging out. Yeah, they had. Yeah, there's. I guess it's either 2 mummies or 2 colleges that have mummies.
Okay.
But yeah, I want to say it's in East Central Indiana.
I'm looking it up.
Oh, there you go.
Ah, crap! I forgot to put the Indiana part.
Oh.
Yeah, guys, that's Earlham College in Richmond, Indiana.
Yep.
Has a mummy called Lady Ta'an.
Yep, that's the right area.
And is on its way at the Joseph Moore Museum of Natural History. And there is another one at the Wayne County Historical Museum.
Oh, there you go. So it's not even a college. Like I was thinking, the other one.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't even know where Richmond, Indiana even is.
It's on I-69, like south of Muncie. So it's like between no, wait, I'm thinking of Anderson. Richmond's north.
Oh.
But still like along I-69 if I remember right.
Yeah, the east part of Indiana I just never go there. There's nothing there for me.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I'd say
nothing over there.
Yeah, you've heard me talk about Muncie.
Well, yeah, I mean I've been to Muncie, but other than Muncie, and I've been to Notre Dame once.
Yeah, I've been to South Bend plenty.
Yeah, I've only been there.
Yeah,
there's nothing. I don't know anybody out there. Well, I have one friend that lives in that area, and I haven't visited him in years. He comes out here.
I'm still meaning to go, and I'm gonna do it. Damn it! But I'm still meaning to go to the Studebaker Museum in South Bend. I absolutely want to do that. And other than that, there's 1 or 2 other car museums out that way, if I remember right. But other than that, yeah, I don't think there's much in South Bend for me.
I guess that would make sense. I mean, you're closer to Detroit.
Well, that's where Studebaker was.
Okay.
Was in South Bend.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, oh yeah, they're like the whole like urban exploration craze and whatnot. Like the Studebaker plant was like one of the places to go when it was still around.
Okay.
And or like when it was still like decaying.
Sure.
And I don't know if it's completely gone now. I think at least a good chunk of it is. But but yeah, that's where Studebakers were made. They were made right here in Indiana.
Oh. The more you know.
Yeah.
We're a history podcast.
Yeah. And Auburn had a automotive plant also.
Okay.
Yeah, that LaPorte County Historical Museum I went to, a number of the cars came from the Auburn plant.
Okay.
And what have you. And I think they were literally just called Auburn Motors or Auburn Autos or something like that. If I remember right, the town name was in the name of it, unlike Studebaker.
Okay. Yeah, I know we make a number of cars in the state. It's just I never knew about the historical ones that were made here. I knew we made tanks during the war.
Yeah.
And that's as far as I got.
Yeah. But the tanks thing is also like, well, who didn't? Like,
fair enough.
Ford, hell, Ford was making planes.
Right, they were.
And whatnot. But yeah.
His grandfather was rolling over in his grave. What? You're fighting against the who? Anyways.
It's funny because it's right.
Yeah. Did we so we did an episode a while back about the terrible people in history. Did we talk about Henry Ford?
If we did, you did.
I might have. I don't remember. We do too much.
I did
I know I did Gandhi.
Oh no, right. You did Gandhi. I did Coco Chanel.
Right. I was actually just talking to Jess about that, actually.
Oh, were you?
Yeah. Horrible person. I just wonder how many people just don't know about that story. Listen to our podcast. So share it with your friends.
The Coco Chanel one was the surprise to me.
Yeah, I didn't know that story.
Also, I was surprised that I could read more than 30 minutes about Coco Chanel.
You know more about Coco Chanel than most people that use her product, so yes.
Yeah, I'm not happy about it.
It's something that happened.
Ignorance is bliss sometimes.
Honestly. Yes, it is. All right, well, we've warmed up sufficiently, so kind of winging that one as per usual. It worked out. Anyways, so yeah, today we're going to talk about John Brown, who's an interesting character because like he's so I want to say like vilified I want to use the word dichotomy, but I feel like that's not the right one I'm looking for here. But just the comparison of his story, like is he a hero? Was he a villain? Was he a terrorist? Was he a revolutionary? Like where the line is drawn on his acts versus his motives and all that stuff is a really interesting thing in history, and I know we briefly talked about it before we started recording, just as to where in history he lies in this. I mean, obviously, history is written by the victor. Obviously, the North won the war. His means were correct. Like, not his means. I'm sorry. His meaning.
His motive.
Motive. Thank you.
Yeah.
Jeez, that was hard. Anyways, his motives were 100% justified. Like, what he wanted to do was right. The how, though, the method, and with which he went about it was interesting, because like there is, of course, like we've always had like the one on each side. We had like Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X. We had in this case we had John Brown and Frederick Douglass. Like we had two different ways of people wanting to get the same thing accomplished. They're both abolitionists. They wanted to get rid of slavery, abolish slavery was the goal. Two very different ways to do it, though.
Absolutely.
And it's funny because I was scrolling the internet, and there was a meme that somebody had shared, and it was like women with a time machine. It's like, you're my great grandmother, something like that. And then like it was like men with time machine. John Brown, this is an AR.
I've seen that.
Like, you know what? We didn't talk about John Brown, actually.
Yeah. I think he was on both of our lists, actually, since a while back.
Yeah.
Because you and I have talked about him.
We have. Yeah, we definitely have. John Brown and John Brown's beard. That painting of him is amazing. It really is.
It doesn't do much for is he sane or not.
Well, yeah, we're gonna get into that too, because I believe it was this lawyer who tried to give him the plea of insanity,
yes.
And he was like, "Dude, I'm not insane. Slavery's bad. Stop being a dick."
Exactly. How dare you?
Right.
You know.
So yeah, throughout the story, obviously, as a listener, draw your own conclusions about what we're about to present to you. Whether you feel that he was a hero or a terrorist. I mean, obviously, we have our own opinions on this. Well, we agree, of course, but
it's well, and I mean, we'll just get out of the way. Like, I'm firmly in the this guy was definitely a terrorist, but it's like it's a weird thing that's probably only going to happen once. Honestly, where it's the exception proves the rule kind of scenario and everything, where it's his motives were so good, and so righteous and everything else, where it's you're fine to remember him and his acts, and it's like in my opinion, it allows us to look back on him the same way we look back on other more prominent historical figures who have done bad things, and for arguably reasonable or good motives. And it just so happens that we have a definition for this one. And because going after the civilian populace with political aims, there's nothing else you get to call it. And everything. So they talk about guerrilla warfare, this and the other, and everything. Well, fine, but we have the Minutemen. And the Swamp Fox and all those guys and everything, and it doesn't add up to the same style of fighting. That
was completely well, because John Brown was a studier of obviously like other various revolutions for the same thing, because he looked at Haiti and how and as one of his examples of
Spartacus
as examples of like people rising up against their oppressors. The thing in Haiti was still a guerrilla warfare, and it was still more pointed than what John Brown did.
Exactly. And it's not to, and again, I mean, just to be absolutely clear, it's not to say I'm not on John Brown's side as much as it's the rarest form of two things can be true at the same time that I've ever been presented with. Let's put it that way.
Sure, because I mean, he was definitely right.
He was right
for the method.
He didn't target the wrong people.
No, we're gonna get into that too.
Right, and as much as it could be prevented in the day and age before smart munitions, but and everything, and it's just like I said, I'll leave it there where it's a very interesting time period where it's like, wow, these two things can actually be correct at the same time, and it's probably never gonna happen again.
No, probably not. But who knows? History repeats itself, so we'll see what happens. All right, let's dive into it. So, I want to open up with a quote that's been going around the social medias too about John Brown, because again, like, his story was never forgotten. It just was never really taught in school. That's pretty much what we're here for as a podcast. So we like to take the history stories that weren't as well known.
I will say though, K through 12, as much as I give shit to the school systems, rightfully so, I don't know how you teach John Brown's story K through 12.
Fair enough. Yeah. Slavery bad. Here's a bullet about it. So, but the quote that's been going around the internet a lot, I think it's on merch and all that stuff, is don't argue with people who John Brown would have shot.
Yeah. And that was a new quote to me.
And I feel that that's a very fair statement.
Yeah. So, I enjoy the sentiment.
Yeah, of course. All right. So start off his journey in Ohio, of all places, because fucking Ohio. Anyways,
every tragedy starts in Ohio,
dude. That's why it has so much good emo music. Anyway, so Hudson, Ohio. His father was an abolitionist himself. He actually was a figure who actually did a lot of work in the Underground Railroad, helping the slaves that were escaping. He escaped to Canada. So he grew up knowing, like, hey, dude, slavery's bad. We're here to help the people that are trying to escape. That's what I do. Here's what I'm going to instill into you. And honestly, John Brown, being not only a student of his father, but also a very, very Christian man at the time, looked at the Bible. He was like, dude, the Bible says it right here.
Yeah, Calvinist.
Yes.
And along with a few different denominations in the States.
Yeah.
But yeah, Calvinists were very, very big on the anti-slavery side.
Yes.
Very, very big.
Yep. So he was like, yeah, this is bad, and he lives his entire life by that principle. One of the funny things I found about John Brown, about what he spoke about his parents, was a quote about his parents, where something I feel in my freaking spirit when I was a kid, at least. He described his parents as being poor but respectable.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, I found that one.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah, that's fair. Like, you know what? Yeah. Yep, that was me growing up. Parents, we were poor, but they were respectable people, though.
That's all that matters.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Hey, nobody will remember you for your money.
Unless you're like one of those billionaires, but yes.
Yeah, well, even then, that's all you remember.
That's true.
So
that's very true. So, John Brown, we'll be going through his story, and a lot of it's like a movie, how many people that are just infamous in history that he met.
Yeah. He had plot armor.
He did, until he didn't.
He had plot armor.
Actually, he did have plot armor even at the end of his life, except for like the very, very end of it.
Yeah,
but
he had plot armor and a script.
Yeah, he did. It all even starts off with his dad. His father was a tanner, and his dad had one of his dad's employees was Jesse Grant, the father of Ulysses S. Grant. Yep. Like, that starts off his journey. Mm-hmm. Ulysses Grant's dad was just hanging out.
Just hanging around, granting leather.
Indeed.
And yeah, in case you don't know, tanners are the people that convert hides into leather.
Right. Also, I forgot to mention he was born in 1800. That actually is important because I'm going to talk about a lot of years. And because he was born in 1800, it makes it easy to know how old he was when a lot of these things were going on. So, really, really easy to track. Normally, I don't talk about years often, but there's so much that happens. I want to kind of keep people on the same page. So
it keeps happening.
So much. So much. So like I said before, like he was his dad helped on the Underground Railroad. Taught from a young age slavery was bad. He just was not about that action. When he was 12 though, so the War of 1812 is in full swing. He was 12 years old. He ends up in, I believe it was Michigan, and he was transporting cattle to a landowner there in Michigan. Landowner meets him, and the landowner at the time actually did have a slave. So he had a slave that was there in a capacity of a servant. I think it was like about 12 years old.
But they were the same age because they were playing as friends.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, John Brown spent the day hanging out with this kid, like, oh, this, slave or not, like John, again, raised to treat everybody equally, saw this person as an equal. They hung out, they were playing, dinner was served. And because of, I believe it was the time it took for dinner to be served.
It wasn't fast enough.
Yeah. The guy who at the time was very charming, John had thought, he ended up beating his slave with a metal shovel, I think it was, or...
It was one of the fireplace implements. Okay. So either the shovel, the poker, one of those, but either way, a cast iron beat,
Yeah, he beat a slave in front of John Brown. John Brown already thought that slavery was wrong. This again reinforced that.
Yeah,
that
this
idea.
is his first sight of slavery, and and not being represented, but in front of him.
Yeah,
like the first time he's seen a slave, it's the first time he's seen a slave owner. All of it.
Yeah, that's true. So he eventually, actually, speaking of his father and Ohio, he actually eventually does at his father's church declare his war upon slavery. He was like, "This is it. This is horrible. I'm going to do whatever in my power it takes to stop it." Essentially. So when he was 25, he ended up moving to Pennsylvania. He said there was a few different reasons why but most people believe that it was just to make it easier for him to help escaping slaves to get to Canada. So that's what a lot of saw. But
yeah. Well, when actually you just reminded me, and I apologize if you have this written down, but on the chance that you don't, because when he built his own tannery, he built a secret room right away.
Yeah,
into the design.
Excuse me. I did not have that written down, but yes, but he did do that. Yes. Yeah. So over the next 10 years after he moved to Pennsylvania, he did actually help 2,500 slaves escape to Canada. So again, he was very involved with the Underground Railroad. I'm going to get into some of that later on too, because he did have his own version of it that he was trying to start, which had his own flag, which is interesting.
He's if he had lived in our century, the man would have had merch. Like that.
Oh yeah, 100%.
No, his numbers are right on par with the gentleman's name is escaping me at the moment, but the Quaker that we spoke about that lived and operated here in Indiana.
Yeah, we did talk about that in our episode about Indiana's Underground Railroad, because people freaking forget that Indiana's in the north, but whatever. Yeah, anyways,
I feel so bad forgetting what the guy's name is.
I can't remember it either, right? And that was an episode that we did.
Yeah,
a whole episode about him too. It's been a while.
I can't remember, but he was near the 3,000 also.
You look that up.
Him and his wife.
I'm gonna keep it.
Go ahead.
I'll keep the story moving forward. So, a lot happened in this man's life. A lot of bad things happened in this man's life. So I'm gonna go over some of the tragedies that happened to him. I'm also gonna go into just some of the things that were going on in the country at the time too. So, he got married. His youngest son unfortunately died during childbirth. That was the stillbirth that occurred. His wife had 13 kids. They moved back to Ohio, bought land, bought the tannery that you're referring to. During the panic of 1837, he lost everything. So,
and he had so many kids that he would pretty much be in financial ruin the rest of his life.
He kept making children. So there's that. And unfortunately, a lot of them do die. So I'm gonna cross that bridge here now. So after his kid died, his wife also passed away. He ended up losing his tannery because he just spent a year grieving his wife. He was beside himself. So he was not able to work. He didn't work, lost his tannery. And again, they were still broke because of how many kids he had. So many kids. He also, around the same time, he got banned from the church he was going to because he had brought a black family with him. So there's that. So he got kicked out of a church too. So just losing kids, lose his wife, got kicked out of a church.
Levi Coffin.
How do we forget that name?
I kept thinking Grave.
Yeah.
But it's like, I kept thinking his last name was Grave or Graven or whatever. No, Levi Coffin.
Yeah.
And real quick to break into what you're talking about, someone we've never talked about on here, and I don't think was adequately explained in school. And there were degrees to abolition.
Oh yeah.
And going with what you're saying about you bringing black people into this church and everything, yeah, it's the North.
Yeah.
And everything else, and anti-slavery and this, that, and the other, but abolition or anti-slavery doesn't necessarily mean equal.
That's true. That is very true, especially like if you look at what happened after the Civil War was over with.
Right. So, John Brown is on a scale, and if John Brown is on one end, I'm going to say Jefferson Davis is on the other, just because it's the best name I can think of.
Sure.
Off the top of my head, you have these are your ends of scale, and the people, all of the people that you read about and we're going to talk about, and this and the other, end up somewhere on that scale. So I just wanted to bring that up. There are degrees to abolitionist attitudes.
Yeah, that's true. Like not a lot of people, but some people did believe that. Yeah, like, even though that slavery should not exist, they do not believe that African Americans should be equal though. Mm-hmm. It was. And a lot of that was proven true, especially if you look at what happened to those freed slaves after the Civil War was over with.
Yeah.
Especially what happened to them in the North.
Yeah, absolutely depended on what state you're, like, state by state, what you're talking about, who you're talking to, even down to the town you're in.
Oh, yeah. Shit, that's still true.
And it's like, people forget, not long ago, local politics were much more important. They're still important, don't get me wrong. They're more important than people realize. But
people should be voting local elections, yes. 100%.
Absolutely. But local politics were more important in the mainstream, I guess is what I'm trying to say, than they are now.
Sure.
But anyway, I just wanted to say that about abolition.
Mm-hmm. And you're right. Yeah, and you're 100% right about that. So where am I here? Oh yeah. So yeah, he lost his land, lost his wife, lost a kid, and was again very poor. So, this it's all bad, and it's gonna keep getting worse. So. At the same around the same time, 1835. Again, he was 35. This was around when a mob of pro-slavery believers had almost lynched William Lloyd Garrison. That's when the 1,500 rioters were in Boston, and again and tried to kill this man.
Yeah.
So this is around that same time,
and he was a pacifist.
Mm-hmm. And then 1837, there was also an armed mob that shot Elijah P. Lovejoy, and when they found his hidden printing press, and again he was a pacifist, who was printing abolitionist literature at the time. So they also burned. He was also burned and put in an unmarked grave so that his grave would avoid desecration. They were so pissed because
I forgot about that part.
Yeah, it was not a good time for him. So. Again, John Brown, this is actually when he swore that he was just do everything in his power to destroy slavery. Moving forward in time a little bit, 1843, 4 more of his children would pass away. And within the next 10 years, he would lose 3 more of his kids too. He was, again, also very poor. So losing kids, a lot of abolitionists are being killed by mobs. He keeps losing kids, and he's poor. So... But he's still trying his best. He's still doing everything in his power to help the slaves that were trying to escape slavery. He was also at the same time starting to come up with a plan of how he wanted to end slavery this entire time. So moving forward a little bit more in history. So they were going to 1847, Springfield, Massachusetts. He moved. He was trying to get close to the Black abolitionist movement again. He was trying to also find work. He was, again, very poor, had a lot of kids. It kept making more, apparently. Just the whole thing.
Hella kids.
Well, be fruitful and multiply, apparently. He was a believer in that one, so it's in the book. It's in the Bible. So
he's the Old Testament.
He was.
Yeah,
very old. Very much so. He found work working with sheep. He actually would start hiring freed slaves on his at his business, working with animals as well. He was using this as not only a way to help these freed men or the ones that escaped. He was also trying to recruit an army. This is the beginning of him trying to recruit his own militia.
Yeah,
and it's like, man, hey guys, gotta check this out. We're gonna take care of these sheep. And then after we take care of these sheep, we're going to meet up in this barn and we're going to get some guns and we're going to take over the South. The whole thing.
There was also a quote I saw floating around this time. It was when he was doing the wool thing.
Yeah.
But quote, also as a means of developing his scheme of emancipation, end quote.
Yes.
And I saw that floating around a few places.
Yep. I mean, that's pretty much what it was.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was just trying to get
it was a front.
Yeah, it was a sheep.
It was a front.
I feel like there's a metaphor in there. Hiding amongst the sheep.
Looney Tunes.
With guns.
Looney Tunes. The coyote under the sheet.
Yeah. Man, we keep making Looney Tunes references.
Everything goes back to Looney Tunes.
Yes, the conspiracy.
It taught so much.
We're uncovering so much. All right. So again, he was still working with the Underground Railroad as well. This is around also when he was trying to establish his own variant of the Underground Railroad, which was called, where did I put that at?
Say that I don't have.
It was called the Subterranean Passageway.
You're fucking kidding me.
I wish, but I'm not.
That is. Did he go to Costco for the name?
Yes.
Oh.
So yeah, Subterranean Passage.
Do I want Underground Railroad or Subterranean Passage?
It's the same thing with more guns. It was his plan. So
it's awesome. It's hilarious.
Yep, there's a whole flag about it.
Oh my god.
There's it's not a photo, it's the other word that starts with a D. There's a picture of him, taken by a black photographer actually, but of him holding the flag of the Subterranean Passageway that he had created, I believe. It's on the internet, but it's before the beard.
Oh, the dagger type.
There we go.
Or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Dagger type.
I was going to write it down, but I knew I couldn't pronounce it right, so I was just going to kind of glance over it.
I saw it written. I haven't.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, first publicly available photographic process.
Okay. I'm sure our listeners have exactly an idea what we're talking about. So, they're probably yelling when I'm like, it's a blah, and they can pronounce it right because they're smarter than we are. Excuse me. All right, so where am I at here? So blah, 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 blah. I lost my place. Okay, here we go. So at the time, also, this is around when he met Frederick Douglass. So Frederick Douglass was doing a speaking event at an all-black church in the area. John Brown was there. So because John Brown believed that everybody should be equal. And they're Christian too. So he's like, I'm going to go to church still. Mm-hmm. Right? I'm still going to go to church. Not going to stop doing that. So he did that. Met Frederick Douglass, and they started speaking together. So, Frederick Douglass obviously was on the more pacifist side of abolition, himself being a champion for it. In the North, Frederick Douglass himself had a very storied career.
Yeah. He definitely believed in armed conflict.
Yeah.
Like, not like the other guy that almost got hanged. Because, I wouldn't say he was more pacifist. I would say he was more peaceful.
Yeah, I mean, so as far as it goes, especially when it comes to his involvement, especially when it comes to the more armed side of it, if you look at the Civil War, the person who was the entire time during the Civil War, and I didn't write this down, so it's coming off of just memory of history, Frederick Douglass was instrumental in getting African-American soldiers to be a part of the Union Army.
Yeah.
Like, he's the reason that he's one of the big proponents of why the Civil War on the North side went from the war to end the secession to a war to end slavery.
Right.
That's who he was instrumental in that. Mm-hmm. Like, he was in Lincoln's ear the entire time. Like, hey, dude, you want to win this war? Get the black people involved. Like, we got it.
Right, and that's why I want to say, yeah, like, more of a peaceful man. But I mean, the guy would throw down.
Oh yeah.
Again, versus like the other. I'm not even trying to pick on the other guy, but just as an example, because the abolition movement was filled with real pacifists, like like real, we're gonna send letters and which is all well and good, but
well, there's a stick and a carrot sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
And at this point, Frederick Douglass like, we're gonna eat the damn stick though.
You know what I'm thinking now? How long it's been since I saw the movie Glory?
It's been a minute. It's a good movie.
Yeah, no, it's just because it just made me think of that because that's like what, the 54th Massachusetts or something.
Something like that.
Yeah,
it's a good movie.
Yes.
For those listening to the podcast, especially if you're younger, you probably never saw the movie. I remember when it was in theater.
Yeah, I saw it in school.
Okay, yeah,
they showed it
in school.
Yeah, they showed it to us in school, and it's Lord, everybody is in that now that I think about it.
Dude, that has such a great cast.
Because you had what's his face?
Denzel was in it.
Well, you had what's his face from Godzilla.
Yeah,
Matthew Broderick.
Yep.
And then you have Denzel, Morgan Freeman.
Yep.
God, there's got to be 3 or 4 more I'm forgetting.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen it.
Yeah, but anyway, that just made me think of that. Core memory unlocked.
I really wonder. I'm pretty sure it's streaming on. Pretty sure it's streaming on. I think Amazon. I feel like
I'm gonna hop on YouTube and when I'm home later and see how accurate that's reported to be.
Yeah, so
I'm curious.
I just looked it up just real quick to go over just some of the big names in it. Obviously, Denzel Washington, Morgan Freeman, Matthew Broderick, like I said. Freaking Andre Brock Brogdon from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He was in
it. Captain Holt
was
Holy
in it. Yes.
shit! Holy shit! Yeah, before we knew who he was.
Before he was, yeah.
Oh my god! Now I have to watch it.
Yes.
I got to see if his cadence is the same.
R.I.P. to a real one. All right.
How are we gonna defeat the South? The funky Cole Medina.
Exactly.
Anywho.
Actually, no, I didn't see this in theater. I saw this in school.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I saw it in school because it came out. I didn't realize it was this old. Actually, I thought this movie was from the 90s. It's actually from 89.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, right.
I didn't know it was that old.
I figured like 95.
I figured it came out when I was in school and we just saw it in school.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I remember seeing it in class. I think it was like 5th or 6th grade, something like that. But yeah, that movie came out in 89.
I had no idea it was that old.
Yeah, that's news to me. Oh, we got a 95 on Rotten Tomatoes for Once They're Right. Anyways, look at that.
Would you
looky here.
The prophecy has been fulfilled.
Indeed. So back to John Brown. So John Brown had again met. This is around when we met Frederick Douglass. Again, we just mentioned before, very very influential person in abolitionist movement. Who honestly deserves his own episode in his own right. He himself was
we should
a great figure.
Sojourner Truth. Also,
ooh, yes,
well, he met her
mm-hmm.
in during his time in Springfield as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Eventually, Frederick Douglass and John Brown get to meet. So like they've been meeting a few times, but John Brown's like, "Hey, dude, come to my house. We're gonna have dinner. It's gonna be great." And first I was like, I guess, dude. Like, it's like, why is this man so intense? So,
because it. John Brown looks like a guy that's trying to sell you something outside of a 7-Eleven. There's no easy way to put this. It's like,
yeah,
like I got, or he's going to tell you about this YouTube video that's going to change your life, and have all the answers and whatnot. Like, he's got that look about him. He doesn't have that act about him, but that look about him.
He was right.
So I can understand the intensity.
Like, why is this guy so damn intense? But okay, whatever. So he goes and meets with them, and of course, like they have dinner together. Everything's cool. After John Brown puts one of his many kids that are still alive at the time to bed, they get talking about business. So John Brown eventually is trying to convince Frederick Douglass, hey man, like look, I have an idea. I want to end slavery. I'm an abolitionist. And first of all, like, okay, dude, like you're an abolitionist. Who isn't? Like, and but hear me out though. And then he gives him like his plan, and Frederick Douglass is convinced at this point. It's like he believes this man is like for real about to end, like do everything in his power.
Frederick Douglass believes that he is in the home of the only abolitionist that he is not safe around.
Like just start shaking him. But do you want to free him? Oh man, so Frederick Douglass later on did describe Brown as not only a white gentleman, but a man whose soul was pierced with the iron of slavery. Mm-hmm. He believed that, and I believe it too, honestly, after learning more about John Brown himself, that John Brown would have done and did in his own way everything in his power to help end slavery. And Frederick Douglass believed this man. He's like, this guy, he's a lot. But he's right. I get it. But like I get what he's going for here, and I believe what he's saying.
He needs some polish.
Right. But I get it. I honestly imagine it's like when people meet you for the first time. It's like, why is this beer so long and why is he so intense?
Why is he so angry? Why aren't you?
Again, yeah, that's John Brown. So yes. Oh man. So moving again forward into history.
He really is a gun-toting Moses. Now that I think about it,
that's great. It's true. Hell yeah! Like so, Moses threw the 10 Commandments at people. He threw a bullet.
Like he's a gun-toting Moses, and it's even funnier given the fact that Charlton Heston played Moses.
Damn. Well, that's conspiracy theory for today. And that's it. Pack it up.
We're done.
We're done. We solved it.
Anyway.
We solved it. All right, so I'm going to move forward again in history. Compromise of 1850. So, like I mentioned before at the beginning of this episode, there's a lot of things that are going on at the same time John Brown is active. So I'm going to be bouncing around a little bit in history here just to kind of give more of a, not a real bounce around in history, but I'm going to give more of a here's an overview of the time that we're in right now. So, the Compromise 1850 and the Fugitive Slave Act. They one happened and then the other. So, now I've read both about this. So, please correct me if I'm wrong. But the state of Iowa, free state, was added to balance the what happened when Texas became a slave state. It was Iowa or California?
It was California.
I'm seeing both.
Yeah,
so,
California was the balance. Iowa, because I always remember it's those two because of their not equal but comparable size.
Sure.
I'm not entirely sure when Iowa was brought in.
We have the internet. That's true. All right, you look that up. I'm gonna keep going. So, where am I here? Okay, so the Compromise of 1850. This is going in with the trying to keep a balance between slave states and free states within Congress, because neither side wanted either to take a majority rule in Congress for obvious reasons. So
1846
was
Iowa.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure it was added to balance somebody else.
Yeah, it was a balancing act between
no matter what that was happening. But if I'm remembering correctly, and I do reserve the right to be wrong, but if I'm remembering correctly, and I do believe, California was a direct relation to Texas.
To Texas, yeah.
I'm not sure which state Iowa would have been balancing out, but it probably would have been that same year.
Sure.
But yeah, anyway.
So where am I here? So there we go. Okay, so Utah and New Mexico were also created around the same time. The deal with that was, and this is part of the compromise, was that they could not send any voting representatives to Congress. So they have representatives for their states, but they could be voting on either side just to keep the balance between the two. The other side of that with this compromise, again, was the Fugitive Slave Act. So Fugitive Slave Act, if you've ever seen the movie or read the book 12 Years a Slave, this is part of that. Where 12 Years a Slave, I don't know if you've ever seen it.
I had not. No.
I've never seen the movie. I've read the book. So amazing book. It makes me angry thinking about it to this day. So, which I think is a desired effect. Mm-hmm. So, what happened in the movie was, in the Fugitive Slave Act in general was, if you were a former slave or a slave that escaped, or a free man, or a freed from the South, however you got up to the North, if your former owner came to the North, they could come and find you and take you back.
Yeah.
Now, the problem with that is, and this is
I'll say many.
Well, yes, there are a lot of problems with that. But
the singular word kind of threw me.
My bad. I was like problem, but I'm going to list a few. But because there's an irony to this being said in the times that we live in right now. But one of the issues is that one of the issues with this is that they did not need any paperwork to show that you were in fact an escaped slave. They can go by word of mouth and take you back to the South.
Because they took free men.
Yeah, 12 Years a Slave.
Yeah, that's man meaning anybody, but
yes. The irony of us talking about this as the current state. Anyways, not going. Moving on. So
because it was again with those more rabid abolitionists. Again, we haven't really said much of it, but these are all the I guess I can't say coals because those kind of come after the fire, but this is all Civil War kindling. So right now what we're talking about is essentially the way, because the nation at this time already sees itself in two halves. Mm-hmm. More or less, and this is just the broad strokes. It's gonna, if you go down to the region or the state, everybody's gonna have different viewpoints, but they're already, the North and South already view each other as different. Mm-hmm. And now you have the North pissed off again, the more serious abolitionists, or at least people with skin in the game, who are taking this to mean like, oh, okay, well, the South is here. The South is making us partake in their practices, and mm-hmm. It's essential. Ironically, it's essentially an attack on state sovereignty, which is ironic given secession later. But,
right.
But that's more or less how the North is seeing it, and mainly what I'm talking about is the agents in slave capture,
Mhm.
or fugitive slave capture, and what have you. So it's more or less. There's a word for this. Abetting, aiding and abetting.
I was gonna get to that. Yeah.
Agents of the South
Mhm.
and the North and everything. So again, it's just another log under that fire that's gonna get.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
gonna get
We're
lit.
gonna be talking about a lot of things that are gonna happen, and a lot of things that are gonna be the poking of the war that's
Mhm.
the civil war is gonna happen eventually. So, which I mean that happens 11 years after this. I mean, like
Right.
we're talking about 1850. Civil War started in 1861. So
Yeah, Lincoln was president in 1860,
that
if I remember right.
sounds right to me.
Yeah, or at least, well, no, he would have been elected in 60 and then president in 61.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah. So if you were caught, actually, so of course, like I mentioned before, like if they came up there, they said like, "Hey, you, yeah, you were my."
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Just real quick, because we brought up Lincoln, probably worth noting
Mhm.
this time period. And again, Congress is more important than the president, but just for the sake of saying it, the president at this time is Buchanan,
Mhm.
and he is a Southern Democrat,
Yeah.
or at least Southern sympathizing Democrat, one of the two. But either way, Southern sympathies, a Democrat, and this is where we're at right now.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Gotcha.
I thought maybe we should add that.
Fair enough. Yep, you tell Mexico, blah 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 blah. Okay, cool. Yeah, so now I mentioned before, like if they came up there, said like, yeah, you're escaped slave, come back with us, da 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 da. Like I said, it was an encroachment into the North. A lot of states were like, dude, this is bullshit.
Mhm.
You can't do this.
Absolutely.
So there was also, if you were caught aiding an escaped slave, you could be fined $1,000 and put in prison for 6
Yes.
months. Now $1,000 then is worth $42,000 a day.
I was just gonna say, and $1,000 back then is gonna ruin you.
Yeah, and I mean, dude, if somebody fined me $42,000 right now, I'd be like, dude, what the hell?
Yeah. Like, I guess I'll take jail if you can get me.
Right, exactly.
Bring it.
Brother John Brown the fuck out of this situation. He thought Moses was the nation throwing tablets. I throw bullets there faster.
I'll still throw my tablet.
Musashi.
Just throw a piece of stone that says no.
Yes.
Musashi.
Musashi. Oh man. So yeah, like I said, we both said many northern states were like, dude, this is not cool. Like you're it's unconstitutional.
Oh.
You're
And actually, like we've talked about before, pre-Civil War, it's important to remember that most of these people, while they are Americans, they don't necessarily see themselves as Americans.
Yeah, they think of themselves as like,
Ohioans,
I'm in Indiana, yeah.
Michiganders, Hoosiers,
Right.
and so on and so forth. Texans,
Texas was there, yeah.
Mississippians, Florida. Well,
Yeah.
no, not Florida. Not
yet.
Or well, maybe. Anyway, Georgians, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
And whatnot. So it's you're it's a little bit closer to violating my home because I identify with the state more than or the state I'm from than just the nation I live in.
Yeah.
So there is something there that we really can't understand entirely.
Yeah, because we see ourselves as Americans. We don't think about ourselves as the people the state that we reside in.
Right. I don't like
I don't call myself a Hoosier. I never do that.
Yeah, I mean I do, but
Fair enough.
I don't care so much until you're on my highway. Then I care. Then the state pride comes out.
It does.
Oh,
it really does.
Illinois.
Every time I see an Illinois driver.
Any of those two, if I see Ontario, which obviously not a state, but boy, I'm mad.
I feel like everybody listening to this that lives in Indiana just start shaking their head and agreeing like, yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's it's when I'm on the highway, I understand the politics of pre-Civil War America far better. Where it's like, yeah,
such a good point.
Fuck this guy.
100% agree. That is
tries to seed my foot out of your ass. But
it's a great way to say it. It's a great way to say it.
But yeah, definitely an important note, though.
Yeah.
Just something that we don't we understand it, just not entirely to the severity that it was back then.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that too because when it comes to Kansas, we're leading into that. So, Massachusetts, John Brown had formed the League of Gileadites.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, because I wasn't sure how to pronounce it.
I have that one actually. Thankfully.
Gileadites or Gilead,
Gileadites, yeah. So what this was, and again, this is the time of the Fugitive Slave Act. 1850, John Brown was 50, and he wasn't having any of it. So
I've lived 50 years and I'm fed up.
Exactly. So what happened was they were a mixed race of armed men who swore that if any slaver came to Springfield, they would be met with violence.
Yep.
And I like that.
So war were declared.
Indeed. Put Massachusetts, so a Boston accent. That's why DJ should be here. He would have done it.
Yeah, right. I'll call him.
Right, DJ, say something in a Boston accent. So yeah, which was actually was crazy about their record in Springfield, Massachusetts, is there was nobody taken.
Big old goose egg.
Yeah, because again, you come and take him if you want to.
Yeah, he made a militia without calling it a militia.
Yeah. Group of, and I like the most about it is that it was a mixed race group of people. That it was didn't matter who you were. You're like, dude, you're not coming into our fucking state with this bullshit.
Right.
We have a bullet for you. Musashi. So yeah, it was really cool. Like just to learn that fact about him, just like having a record like that. It's like, yeah, come, you can try get this work.
Want that smoke?
Literally, we got it.
Still using black powder.
Right, that musket smoke.
It smell like a sewer up in here. It does. It stinks.
It does. Oh man, yeah, it does. All right, so a little footnote here, because John Brown does eventually move to New York for a little bit. The North Elba, New York area. I wanted to do more into this, and I really wish I had. So forgive me, please, listeners. I had took these notes after I got off work one night, and I was like half asleep. I'm like, I need to look more into this, and I just never did. So that's on me. But it was a community in the mountains of freed former slaves that was backed by the millionaire.
It was in the Adirondacks.
Yes.
Yeah, it was in the Adirondack Mountains, and it continued.
Yeah, so essentially it was a community backed by this millionaire from the area who was like, hey, I want to see, pretty much just a tester to see if free slaves are able to have a community by themselves.
Yeah, make their own
and make a community.
Their own community. I think the operative word was prove.
Right.
I think he already thought it.
Yeah.
And what have you. So it was a little less. And I'm reaching here. I could be wrong, but I think it was a little less experiment versus proof of concept. In what I read about it, but that's just my interpretation.
Yeah. So and that's a good point. So it wasn't that he didn't believe they could do it. He just wanted to prove like, hey, this can actually happen. Here's the proof.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and again, like that goes back to what you were saying earlier, how not every abolitionist was equal. Because a lot of people, again, that were abolitionists, I shouldn't say a lot, but I feel like it was, though. A lot of abolitionists were like, well, yeah, we don't want slavery, but we don't think that they can survive without assistance, or they can't do this without having, they can't survive on their own, essentially.
Well, you have everything from they shouldn't be slaves, but they shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
All the way up to they shouldn't be slaves and they should be citizens. So, I mean, that's the abolition scale.
Yeah.
More or less. And then, you find a combination of those four things in there somewhere.
Yeah. So, and also I was just looking up the name. I meant some resources further last night, or not last night, but a few nights ago. I wrote
that one down. I forgot to.
Yeah, it's I was looking up who it was. According to the internet, it was a dude named Garrett Smith. He was a millionaire abolitionist who wanted to provide land to black men so they could vote.
How the hell did we forget a name like that?
Garrett Smith? Couldn't tell you.
Just the easiest name to remember.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, so it was like we were saying, it was just it was there to prove the concept of free slaves being able to survive on their own and provide their own community, and he also wanted to give black men the right to vote.
Yeah,
by owning land.
I forgot about that part.
Yeah, that's actually a big part of it too. Yeah. That I forgot to write down, because that the right to vote is the big part. And again, abolitionists not created equal. Some of them motherfuckers didn't want black people to be able to vote.
Well, yeah, that too.
Which was
I would say that's your middle.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's on the scale I outlined earlier.
Yeah.
I would say that's your middle.
People, man.
You know, free them, send them back.
Yeah.
What you just described, and then John Brown, all of it.
Yeah. He's my favorite. So, moving a little bit forward again in history, 1854. So this is the Kansas-Nebraska Act. So this is what leads directly into the Bleeding Kansas incidents. So, the land for the Louisiana Purchase was what formed Nebraska and Kansas, like I mentioned before. With the Missouri Compromise, everything had to be equal. So the one state has to be free, the other state has to be a slave state, just how it is.
And below the 37th parallel.
Right.
Yeah.
Which I forgot to write that down. So thanks for mentioning that. So so it was formed Nebraska and Kansas. Obviously, Nebraska very safely in the north. Obviously, going to be a free state. The issue is that Kansas, even though it is actually above the 37th parallel, is right next to Missouri.
Yep.
So having the influence of those in Missouri moving right over the newly formed border to create a slave state was they wanted it to be a slave state. Just keep it equal, and for two is right there.
Yeah, and they also have my favorite name in this whole thing.
Which one?
The Border Ruffians.
Ah, yes, the Ruffians. When you get there, we're gonna talk about them. And here's the thing that just makes it so much worse, is that instead of the government deciding like, okay, well, obviously slave state, free state, they decided to let the state decide for themselves what they were gonna do.
Yes, which is not so. That basically nullifies the Missouri Compromise.
It did, yes.
Yeah, is because they it turned into popular sovereignty.
Yeah.
Was the word, and settlers, not Congress, would decide whether Kansas was slave or free.
Yep. So essentially what then happened, because they wanted the people there to vote, in order to be able to vote, you had to have some land there and live in the state. So what happened is that the slave states and the free states just started funneling people there.
Started throwing them.
Just yeeting, if you will, as the kids say. Just yeeting people into Kansas to try to get the swing of that vote.
The entire eastern seaboard going, which way's town? That way.
Back the way you came, according to the
Kermit the Frog.
Yes. Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, that was my favorite.
It is. So yeah, both people started sending settlers there. 5 of John's sons moved there and created what was called Brown Station.
Yes.
So John Brown still got some skin in the game. He didn't go because he was old and couldn't really travel. Well, at the time couldn't travel, but he's gonna fucking go.
Yeah.
He's gonna travel.
54 at this time.
Yeah, he's 54. That's why I love how you, again, born in 1800. It's easy to keep track of his age.
It's so easy.
Like, it's no math, really. It's good stuff. So yes, like I mentioned before, there was the people on the border ruffians, which were the people that were supporting the slave owning side of this debate, or this issue,
specifically from Missouri.
Right. So from Missouri, were armed people trying to keep the abolitionist people out of Kansas, to keep the state voting the way they wanted it to, which I'm going to get to now. So the issue, one of the many issues actually with this whole thing, is that they cheated in this damn election.
Yep.
And everybody knew it.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get into it. They were caught stuffing ballot boxes. They posted armed men outside of voting polls, out of the polls. They threatened the lives of politicians that were there. And 62% of the votes were found to be cast illegally.
Yep.
Which is, and at the time, the president, Pierce, his bitch ass, said, "Okay, it's fine."
Yeah. Thanks for reminding me, because he was another sympathizer.
Fucking bitch. And it drives me so nuts. Like, so as listeners and I right up in Gary. So I grew up on the west side of Gary. West side of Gary was all presidents. All the streets named the presidents. Right. East side was all states. So Pierce, being a street in Gary, I'm like, man, get this man's name off damn sign. Fucking piece of shit.
Is Wilson there?
If it is, I don't remember where it is. I remember because I remember him, and I remember fucking Harrison. Like, okay, that's like, okay.
Yeah. Well, and Harrison was Indiana too, so that one makes sense.
Yeah, he was president for like 5 seconds.
Yeah. Well, Benjamin.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you had William the father and you had Benjamin the son.
Oh, right.
And I think Benjamin is the one that was born in Indiana.
Yeah.
Because William was the governor of the Indiana Territory.
But didn't he like die of like a cold or influenza or some shit?
I believe William did.
Because he spoke in his inauguration speech without a coat.
I believe
in the rain.
I believe that
and died.
William.
Anyways, you look into that. I'm gonna keep going because we got completely sidetracked to both of us. But,
I was just trying to look up a street name, and this is where we are.
Yeah, this is a podcast. The people that have been listening to us for all these years have come used to this.
3 weeks after his inauguration,
there it
fell
is.
ill and died.
Yep.
Yeah. So so he came from somewhere else. I think Benjamin Harrison is the Indiana president.
Okay.
But yeah, William was the governor because his mansion is down in, I think, Vincennes, because that was our territorial capital, if I remember right.
That sounds right.
And what have you. So you can go tour that. But Benjamin Harrison, I think, has a thing in Indianapolis.
Okay.
Yeah.
The more you know.
So go Hoosiers.
We're Acquired Taste Podcast. We're here for the random facts. Where am I here? Okay, so yeah, so President Pierce did ratify it, obviously making Kansas a slave state. After this all happened, the pro-slavery people were still there, just messing with the people that were abolitionists. They were just doing everything in their power to make their lives hell so that they would leave. They just wanted them out of their state. So John Brown's sons were part of this issue. They were on the receiving end of this. And John Brown wasn't standing for it.
So do you have the thing about them having two competing governments, though?
Mm-mm.
Or no?
Nope.
So, before the votes,
mm-hmm.
I believe it was before the votes and whatnot. So you had the flood of the Missourians, the border ruffians, and then you had the flood of the Free Staters. And so something that added to the tension, the violence, the so on and so forth, you had two competing governments that were established in the Kansas territory. Kind of reminds me of when the Soviet Union not really when it formed, but when the Russian Revolution took hold and whatnot, and you had, I forget what the one was called, but you had the Soviets. That's where the term actually comes from. Was there, the local Soviet?
Oh yeah. I understand about.
And then you had the Menshevik government.
Yeah, the Mensheviks were.
I forget what the hell that was called. Petro something.
I used to know that. Jeez, it's been a while since I thought about them at all.
But yeah, very similar. It reminds me of that. So you had two.
Yeah, the Bolsheviks, the Mensheviks,
and the Bolsheviks would have been the Soviet.
Right.
I don't remember what the Menshevik was.
Jeez, I can't remember.
I'm really leaning towards Petra something, but at the same time I feel wrong. But anyway, so it reminds me of that.
Okay.
And being on the ass end of a revolution too. But so yeah, you had the Lecompton government, which was pro-slavery, and I guess the Topeka government, which was anti-slavery. Guess which one won?
Yep.
In the long run, one of them's on your map.
Yeah, I've heard of Topeka before.
Yeah, and but yeah, so that added to all the tension. Is you also had two actual governing bodies.
Yeah. At
the same time, for a period in Kansas.
Unfortunately, only one side of them was heavily armed.
Yeah.
So yeah, John Brown, of course, found out about all of this and found that his family was being terrorized by these post-slavery dickheads, and he decides to go and do something about it because he's John Brown and he ain't take no shit.
War were declared.
Indeed. Well, he messed with the man's family, what's left of it, and he was not having it. So he then decided to load a wagon up with guns, swords, and knives and go to Kansas.
All procured from churches.
Yeah. Yes.
We used to be a proper country.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we were.
I would love to go to church and have a gun raffle.
I feel like somewhere in Indiana that's a fucking thing.
I'm sure there is.
Like, it has to be.
I'm sure there is.
Like it has to.
If Texas has car dealerships with gun raffles, there's no way we don't have church gun raffles.
Yeah, again, like this is Indiana, dude. Like they're
you can go to the SWAT banquet. They do the gun raffles.
Did you say SWAT banquet?
Yeah.
No.
The regional, not the county, but the regional SWAT team, the one with that, all the towns put together.
Yep.
And everything. Yeah, that banquet that they have every year.
Yep.
I think theirs is I think theirs is actually tonight.
No shit.
Mhm.
Do you want to go after this or what's
It's
up?
it's always early in December, so it might be tonight.
Sure.
But yeah, they do gun raffles for the general public.
So you want to go later? Like, it's only 5.
It's probably too late to get in the raffles, but
well, never mind that.
yeah,
I don't care about that at all.
thought for next year.
Yeah, sure.
Mhm.
Required tapes on the road. Well, yeah. Jess is not gonna like that. Anywho, so where am I at here? Okay, so yeah, he leaves, goes Canada. So another thing that was going on around this time, the sacking of Lawrence. So 1856. This was what kind of this was what kicked off the Bleeding Kansas incidents. So Sack of Lawrence, 1856. This was what happened when a pro-slavery mob attacked the Free State town of Lawrence, destroying their newspaper office and the Free State Hotel. So what happened is a pro-slavery sheriff had gotten warrants to arrest some people in Lawrence. They essentially started deputizing people, and they all formed a posse and went to Lawrence. They arrested who they were there to arrest. The issue is, though, after they did that, they started burning shit. They burned the newspaper building because, again, abolitionist paper, and they burned the hotel.
Yeah, that was the one they actually hit with cannons too.
Yeah.
So yeah, because it was they burned it, but they ended up burning it because they started chucking cannonballs at it, and to not the greatest success, because we used to build stuff right here, and what have you. They did a number of other things, and then they finally said, "Screw it, we'll set it on fire," and then here we are.
Yeah, so the thing about that is, like, nobody was killed during this incident except for one dude who was one of the pro-slavery guys who got killed by falling mortar.
Oh, you know what? I did hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Fucking dumbass. That's what the fuck he gets. That's what he gets. Sweet, delicious karma.
Don't make something into a hard hat zone. You'll be fine.
So because of this, there was retaliation. So this is when the Potawatomi.
Yeah.
There we go.
So real quick before we go to that, though,
Sure.
because there's something that happened in D.C. Around the time of the Lawrence attack and everything. That's when Senator Charles Sumner was beaten on the Senate floor.
I do have that.
Okay.
Yeah, the caning of Charles Sumner.
Yes.
1856. Yes, I do have that.
Yes. Okay.
I was gonna do the Potawatomi. Potawatomi. There we go. Creekmaster first, and I was gonna get into
okay.
the
Yeah, I have them tied together. They're in the same line on my notes.
Oh, my bad.
And
I just have the years.
Okay.
Next to each other. But all right, so I'll start off with the Creek Massacre, and then we'll go into the caning, because the caning story is, I've heard the caning story so long ago now, and I just didn't think, I thankfully have it in my notes here, but anyways. So in retaliation for the sacking of Lawrence, John Brown and a group of armed men killed 5 pro-slave settlers. So the very abbreviated story of this is he was trying to find people that were part of the sacking of Lawrence, and he found these slave-owning settlers and pulled them out of their home middle of the night and was like, "Hey, who else was there? I want names." He pretty much Batmaned them.
Yep.
Until he didn't Batman them.
Swear to me.
Where is he?
Yeah, Thomas Wayne'd him.
Thank you. Yes.
Flashpoint Batmaned him.
That's a good reference. All right, so so where is he? And they didn't give anybody up, and then they beat them to death. So then shot them, I think.
Yes. Well, no, they cut them to death. This was the broadswords. This is where this is where John Brown becomes a terrorist for me.
Yes,
and whatnot. But the oxymoronic heroic terrorist, I guess. More or less. But have you seen Operation Finale?
No.
It's a good movie. It's about the capture of Adolf Eichmann. And okay, so it's a great movie. And it's a newer movie, so that's saying something. Oscar Isaac.
Okay.
He's in it. So anyway, it's Mossad going to Argentina, for reasons.
Yeah.
To get Adolf Eichmann, where he went with, a whole bunch of other Nazis and whatnot, but he made it to the 60s.
Yes.
Down there and whatnot. And this is it feels like the exact same event.
I see.
The way John Brown went, minus the hacking to death. Because they obviously took him back for trial. But
yeah.
But no, the way that they were getting the Nazis in Argentina was like basically the same house to house, middle of the night, keep it quiet thing, but you're taking them from the family and everything, and whatnot. So the same way that they wrote about this is how the Mossad operation was depicted in Operation Finale.
I see.
And whatnot. It's just funny to me. Or not even funny, just interesting. Reminiscent.
Reminded me of a joke, but okay. So a old guy walks up to the counter of a supermarket. It's like, hey, yes, offer a veterans discount. Veterans discount. Oh yeah, we do. Thanks for your service. Oh, danke. Anyways, so
there does need to be a fine print.
Yeah, it really should. Oh shit. Anyways,
for the winning side.
Yes, we all for winners. You get sprinkles are for winners. So so the John Brown, his group end up killing these dudes. You're right, they were hacked to death with broadswords. Yeah. Again, he went down there with guns, broadswords, and knives because that's what he had.
And he shows swords.
Hey man.
And again, I guess what I'm saying is like that's where you make the jump. If they're if you're talking about just like a summary execution, completely different messaging.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a bold move. Actually, I never thought about it that way.
Yeah, that's why I am where I am.
I see.
As much as I agree with the man, I still have to call it what I sees it.
Sure, that makes sense.
And what have you. And that's where I think the jump is.
I see.
Yeah.
So moving a little bit, shifting to the other part of the country, the caning of Charles Sumner. So, like Ben was about to mention, there was an incident, a caning, if you will. So South Carolina Rep. Preston Brooks beat abolitionist Senator Sumner with his cane in the Senate chamber until his cane broke.
Yes, and then proceeded to hit him with the remaining portion of the cane.
Indeed. To the point where Sumner was left bleeding and unconscious. He was out of office for, I think it was 3 years.
Oh, I actually don't recall.
He was recovering for, I want to say it was 3. I should have written it down, but that's on me.
I mean, probably.
But he was out of commission for about 3 years. I also heard that they never voted anybody else in his place. They just left the seat for him until he was recovered.
That seems unconstitutional, but
yeah,
okay.
Well, it was their state, so whatever. Yeah,
but the whole representation thing, but okay.
Yeah, it's coma. It's fine.
But the because what's his face? It escapes me at the moment. The guy that did it.
That would be Preston Brooks.
There you go. Which a lamer name to get beaten up by.
Yeah, well, we found out later on that Preston was a bitch anyway, so it's fine.
Well, he's a bitch here too because he brought in his goons with him to hold back the crowd.
Yeah,
and while he Negan'd another U.S. senator.
Yes, he did it all because of Sumner's his abolitionist speech that he made.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he got mad at him because of words.
Yeah, filibuster this.
And bury this filthy casual. So, but I actually wish I had written this down because wasn't Brooks later on challenged to a duel by Sumner's a buddy of Sumner's?
Was he?
Yeah, and he backed out of it because he didn't want to die.
Oh, that I'm not surprised by.
Yeah, because he was a bitch. Oh, you're looking up the okay. So yeah, Brooks had said that the speech was libel, and The problem is, of course, with this is that it happened in the Senate chamber, so it was a very public thing. And Brooks was then viewed as a hero of the South and was sent canes to replace the one that he broke. A lot of them, apparently.
He was later challenged to a duel, but backed out.
Yeah, because he's a bitch. Because it was, I think it was a friend of Sumner or like a representative of Sumner that was like, "Hey, dude, you almost killed my friend. Dishonor upon you."
Yeah.
And then slapped him with a glove.
Can you imagine, just for a second, seeing that on C-SPAN?
Oh, dude.
like putting these politics in with like, modern technology, basically the viewability of things.
Yes.
And whatnot.
Dude, it's about fucking man. No, I have thought. We try to keep politics out of our podcast, but I have opinions about that. Like,
I'm not even talking about the politics of it, but just you have everything else, the cabin, the fireplace, or whatever. But for some reason, in this alternate timeline, TV exists.
Yes,
and everything. You're gathering around because there's still only 3 channels and whatnot. And just holy shit.
I was thinking about modern times, like who I want to pit against who.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, you could do a celebrity death match of modern day politics.
It would be,
but
that's where I was going.
Yeah.
With it.
Okay. But yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, like just transport TV back then.
I gotcha.
And what have you, and just like, what did I? Yeah, great Scott! What did I just watch?
Exactly. Let me see here. So yeah, that the caning incident happened. There was one more thing that occurred. And I'm going to probably pronounce it horribly wrong, so let's do it. The Marias de Dessen.
Oh, the river?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the Pro Slavery Border Ruffians, the people you mentioned earlier, led by Charles Hamilton, ambushed and shot 11 Free State settlers in a ravine in Lynn County. And this was, again, a response back to the abolitionists. This is a response to what had just happened with John Brown. So
yeah, wasn't this where one of the other John Brown's sons died?
I think he was one of them. Was he one of them? No, I'll think about a different incident I'm going to get to eventually.
Okay.
Because there was one that got shot in the chest, I think. I thought that was at a train yard.
I didn't write it down, but I seem to recall somebody running away and them making a big deal about getting shot in the back. But I might be confusing events.
It might be, because I think that might have been part of the Fort Harper's Ferry incident, but
maybe
it might have been.
I know it's 2 of them there, but anyway.
Yeah, well, they both. Yeah, we're gonna get that. Yeah. we're gonna get there. So yeah, that's again, this is going back into the plan that John Brown had about his version of the Underground Railroad subterranean passageway, which he wanted to spread. He wanted to use guerrilla tactics, of course, but he wanted to spread his version of the Underground Railroad further into the South, and he wanted to use it with the Underground Railroad, but he wanted to be armed, essentially.
Yeah, we want to be the cool one.
Pretty much, like, hey, we're Underground Railroad, we're them with guns.
You ever had a fun uncle? That's us. Here's a bomb, but
It's pretty much.
So it's also worth noting that during this time period, this is where John Brown starts to become the boogeyman.
Yes.
For the South, quite literally, it's the Civil War John Wick. More or less stylish. Less gun fu, but
still swords. So it's just something.
Yeah, it's something that hadn't been seen in like half a century. When you figure back then, if somebody can call you barbaric, how bad it has to be.
Yeah, that's true.
How bad the imagery has to be, but but anyway, yeah, this is where he starts to become the boogeyman. People are worried about him. The South knows about him by name and what have you. And again, to stand out during these times with these events and to stand out singularly, and everything is a feat.
Yes. So going back into his plan, that's going to lead into Harper's Ferry. So Harper's Ferry, Virginia, 1859. So by this point, like I mentioned, John Brown was famous in the South. Everybody at least heard of his name, and it was pretty terrifying, especially because of his idea of leading a slave rebellion or slave uprising, being at the forefront of his plans. Of freeing slaves, arming them, and then taking over the South, essentially to free all the rest of them, and it was gonna be a whole thing. Was his plan? The plan.
So real quick before we get to Harper's Ferry, there was another event, Battle of Blackjack.
Oh, I didn't have that one. I'm sorry.
No problem. It's I just got a few notes. Where this is where Brown captures pro-slavery leader Henry Pate.
Okay.
And some historians actually consider this the first true battle of the Civil War. June 2nd, 1856.
Okay.
And obviously removed by a few years of the actual Civil War, but that's the same way that people consider, I myself, consider the 7 Years' War the actual First World War.
Yeah.
And we just didn't have a word for it yet. So, but anyway, and then this is where basically a series of ongoing raids, skirmishes, and defensive actions, and this is where Brown emerges with his loyal core of fighters and what have you, and establishes that reputation that he had back east, but now out west, and people are seeing it and what have you, and that happened at Battle of Blackjack in 1856.
Gotcha.
And then from there.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. So Harper's Ferry, Virginia. He had a plan, and we're gonna go into it. So there's a few moving parts to this that, if it had worked, it would have been pretty cool. It unfortunately does not. We're gonna get into it. So Harriet Tubman was part of this plan. Like I said before, like John Brown had just infamously famous friends at this point.
Oh, the Secret Six.
Oh yes,
because they do factor into this part definitely.
Yes, they do. And the Secret Six, I actually mentioned because the Bleeding Kansas, they were they had, I think they started financing him.
Yeah,
then.
well, I mean, really the whole thing, but towards the end here is where they definitely come up. So Bleeding Kansas, and then this, and what have you.
Oh, goodness. Jeez, that was fucking horrible. Anyways, yeah, that was fucking all right. Anyways, where am I here? Okay, so Secret Six. Oddly enough, one of my favorite comic books. Not about this. So
it's hard to hear it not think Sinister Six for me.
That's also fair.
To be completely honest with you.
It's also very fair, yeah. Flash villains.
Just wait, Flash villains?
I thought the Sinister Six were the people that were trying to take down the Flash.
I thought it was Spider-Man.
Oh, it is Sinister. Yeah, you're right.
Or are there two Sinister Sixes?
No, there's not. It's just the ones against Spider-Man.
Because I'm just in my mind, I'm over here thinking like people like Doc Ock, Rhino, so on and so forth, and having this abolitionist meeting between Spider-Man's rogue villains or rogues gallery. But so because right before.
They were called the Rogues. See about because there was a bunch of them. Yeah, the Rogues are Flash's villain. But anyways,
okay.
Yeah.
So right before Harper's Ferry, I guess John Brown goes back east for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
This is his fundraising tour.
Yeah,
and he's outside of the local Walgreens.
Arms for the poor. Don't you mean alms? Nope. And
he enlists the help of the Secret Six. And the names I have, I don't know if you looked up the names.
I did, yeah.
Okay,
go ahead.
So correct me if I'm wrong, because I did write them down kind of fast. Garrett Smith, who we talked about before, Theodore Parker, Thomas Wentworth Higginson, Samuel Gridley Howe, Franklin Sanborn, and George Stearns.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so this, because he is going back to them as the financiers, and he's the one, or they're the ones that he's talking to about this massive slave uprising.
Yes.
That he wants to establish a base in the Appalachian Mountains, and from which he will launch raids to free enslaved people, create a chain of fortified refuge stations, and slowly hollow out slavery from within.
Yes.
Viewed Harper's Ferry as a perfect starting point. This is the pitch to the Secret Six, and I hope they had a secret ring or secret handshake.
I would hope for a secret handshake. That'd be pretty dope.
Yes, I really do.
Well, yeah,
you can't have a name like the Secret Six and not have a secret something.
That's true.
Decoder rings, secret handshakes, a knock, perhaps.
Perhaps. You can carry on though. I need to. I was making myself a note.
Okay. Well, I mean that was all I had.
Gotcha.
On the before times.
Gotcha.
And but while you're doing that, so the reason Harper's Ferry is important is it's located in was located in Virginia, now West Virginia. Beautiful place, actually, too. It's something I want to actually visit in person one day. At the confluence of the Potomac and Shenandoah rivers, and it is a site of a federal arsenal and armory containing 100,000 weapons, and then again surrounded by mountains. So as easy as it is to get in, arguably, it's easy to disappear into. And in addition to containing these weapons, this is also where they're being produced.
Okay, yeah.
As well. That's an important distinction. And Brown's force, and you can fact check me on this because I saw a few different numbers. So I'll be interested if yours differ. I ended up with an average here.
Yeah.
Total raiders of 21 men, 16 white, 5 black. And it included his sons Owen and Watson.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have the meat and potatoes of the event.
No, not much, but you got it. I mean, I have a good amount of it, but you got it.
Okay, well, because I have like factoids.
Oh, sure.
So if you have the meat and potatoes, you might want to,
So yeah, they had hid out in a barn for a while, which one of the videos I saw about this when I was doing my research was like, yeah, you can only have so many, this many men in a barn for so long before people start getting antsy.
Yeah.
Well, I get it.
Yeah. Sooner or later, the wrong person farts and it's
it's over with.
Fight on sight.
It's over. So while he was waiting there, his plan was to work with Harriet Tubman on spreading the word to various plantations that, hey, slave uprising, rebellious masters, we have weapons, meet us here, we're gonna do a whole thing.
Yeah.
And the problem is, again, on paper, sure, sounds great. The problem is Harriet Tubman was bedridden at the time. Like one of the things that I don't think history talks about much or enough with Harriet Tubman is she had a ton of health issues.
Mm-hmm.
Like she did all of the things, like all of the amazing things that she did, while at the same time not being the healthiest person in the world. So like, amazing woman in the first place. But adding that onto her story, I feel like needs to be talked about. She wasn't that always healthy, but she always had that gun on her though.
That thing.
It keeps that thing on her. I love that woman.
She's a great lady.
When's she gonna be put on the $20 bill? Anywho, I'm just saying. Anyways. There was a whole thing about it.
No, I remember. I'm trying to remember how long we've been talking about it.
It's been at least like 5 years. I think it happened right before COVID.
See, that's more recent than I'm thinking. I was thinking pre-COVID.
I might have been. I could be wrong. I'm just going on top of my head.
Yeah, I could be wrong. COVID fucked up the timeline so severe.
It really did. All right, so unfortunately, the plan to get the word out through Harriet Tubman and her network did not work out. She was unfortunately unwell at the time. So that's part of the plan already gone awry. Another part of the plan, Frederick Douglass. So he wanted Franklin Douglass to again help spread the word, also help inspire the troops, as it were. That doesn't work out either. So Fred Douglass, like I mentioned earlier in the podcast, he was an abolitionist. He believed John Brown.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, man, this dude gonna do something. It was crazy white dude's about to do something. I don't know what, but
just look at him.
Right.
In my mind.
Yes.
In my mind. Yeah, Frederick Douglass standing a respectable distance behind John Brown.
Looking at him.
And it's a camera angle, right? And so you see Frederick Douglass full body and everything, but you only see this much of John Brown. And Frederick Douglass is back here in the background. And you just see John Brown's eyes going back and forth. Just going back and forth. And just look at him. Wait, he's got to do something. If there was
this was the something.
If there was anybody that was likely to actually spontaneously combust, it is John Brown.
His hatred for slavery fueled him, and I appreciate that. Let me see where we're at here. All right, so Frederick Douglass does meet with John Brown before the raid actually happens. He tries to encourage him not to do it. He's like, dude, this is like your plan is kind of shit.
Yeah.
So like you're gonna get captured. It sounds like a trap. This is not gonna end well. Please do not do this. John Brown's like,
Leroy Jenkins.
And does.
If there's a historic moment, that is Leroy Jenkins.
Yeah, it's this for sure because it's such a half-cocked plan.
Yeah, and he got 21 more people to do it with him, which is more impressive than the original Leroy Jenkins.
True, very true. So and also I had read somewhere that Frederick Douglass's bodyguard Shields Green had joined him as well in this raid.
I was unaware.
The Harper's Ferry raid. With Shields Green is also again a very famous person in history. Yeah. It's crazy how many people were here, but anyways, so yeah, he thought the plan would fail. He said, "Fuck it, we're going." Everything that they had armament wise was actually provided by the Secret Six, like we were talking about earlier. The plan was to take the army weapons, arm the slaves that were going to be freed. Harry Tubman was going to get the word out. They were essentially going to have a militia armed by this fort, and it's going to be great.
Yeah,
it's going to be a plan. It's going to work, and it's going to be fucking awesome. And until it wasn't. So.
There's going to be fireworks, and there's going to be women,
right? With blackjack and hookers.
There you go. You know what? Forget the hookers. You know what? Forget the whole damn thing.
Forget the blackjack. Oh man, yeah. So it didn't really work out, unfortunately. So I don't. Right. I don't have a lot of unfortunately a lot of details that happened actually during the raid. I again was half asleep when I was writing most of this. So
sure. So well, I mean, I can talk a little bit here.
Sure.
Just through highlights. So night of October 16th, Brown seizes the Arsenal Rifle Works and Hall's Carbine Factory. Cuts telegraph lines, which I only saw one place, but the immediate problems, Brown hesitates and digs in rather than moving quickly to the mountains. And no mass uprising occurs. Again,
right.
word didn't get out, so on and so forth. Where it takes a hell of a turn is the townspeople arm themselves. So Virginia is going to be a slave state.
Yes.
When secession kicks off. So that should tell you where they are. That's why we have a West Virginia.
Indeed, yeah. They lost the war so hard that they lost part of the state.
Yeah. And so hostages taken, including George Washington's great-grandnephew.
Which is hilarious.
Right? Again, going with your theme, the people.
Yeah, there's a amount of famous people that were here.
Yeah, yeah, famous or famous adjacent, but still. And then militia units surround the raiders by October 17th, the following day. And then, again, here we go again. U.S. Marines under the control of Colonel Robert E. Lee and Lieutenant J.E.B. Stewart arrive.
Yep.
Assault on the engine house. I have in quotations John Brown's fort for some reason.
Well, that's where he ended up holding up at, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm assuming so. I just don't know why I put it in quotes and parentheses. I was annotating late at night as well, I guess.
That's why we need a break.
And then, so from there, gunfire, so on and so forth. What is it? Both of Brown's sons are hit.
Yeah.
One of them outside of the building, if I remember correctly.
Well, so yeah, one of them got shot outside the building trying to make peace terms.
Yes.
Like, so he was waving a white flag and they shot his ass.
Under truce. And
he tried to start a truce.
And that was the townspeople.
That shot his ass, yes.
That shot his ass. And then the mayor finally, well, actually, when this all kicked off, I'm just remembering this now because I didn't have a good way to write this down. When this all kicked off, the townspeople originally thought it was some sort of local disagreement in the street or or fireworks or it's always fucking fireworks. So on and so forth. And it wasn't until the next day where, wait, what's happening? To give you any idea how slowly information.
Well, and the mayor was the slowest one of them all.
That's what I was getting to.
Yeah.
Because, the mayor, it's not until like that afternoon, I think, where he finally decides to do something, and then he gets
shot.
He gets shot because somebody thinks he's a sniper. And so they killed the mayor. Yes. And I do wonder how much worse it went because they killed the mayor.
Yeah, I think the mayor probably would have tried his best to de-escalate the situation, or at least try to capture people alive.
Well, or also just the fact that you killed the mayor.
You killed the freaking mayor.
Like, so what point or what point of no return did you cross that we're maybe unaware of? But again, alternate time, who knows?
Mm-hmm.
And what have you. So, let's see here. And then, John Brown is wounded. His sons were wounded, but they were mortally wounded.
Yes.
One died, I think, within a few hours. Then the other one, I think, succumbed overnight.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly. And most of his men are killed or hunted down.
Yeah. So
it couldn't have gone much worse.
Yeah. They didn't just like kill his men. They brutally murdered some of them.
Yes.
Like butchered them.
I believe one was beaten to death even.
One was beaten to death. I think one was mutilated.
Yes.
With knives.
I think that was, you know what? I think that was the one that maybe made it to the river.
There was another one that was, the river one, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking
one that got shot in the back in the river.
Yes.
And then there was
I don't mean to sound so excited.
Fair enough.
Yes,
but yes,
correct.
Yeah, it could not have gone worse.
Mm-hmm.
Like your uprising failed because nobody heard about it. You got your two sons killed because you can't stop losing children.
Right.
Most of the men that you brought with you are dead. A few did escape. Because they end up escaping at night and got back to the farmhouse where they were originally staged at and were able to escape with everybody else. Well, that part's good at least. I think some of his kids were there too. Were at the where they were hiding out at before.
I honestly lost track of John Brown's kids by this point.
So freaking many of them.
So many of the.
So many of them. So, but yeah,
repopulate like rabbits.
Man, again, be fruitful and multiply. It was in the Bible. So, yeah. So that happened. Like I said, Robert E. Lee was there. John Brown was still at the time holed up in his in like what you're referring to as his fort, which did not end well because it was everybody else was either dead or left,
or
it was just
on their way
to being dead. Yes,
yeah.
And he was just there. Still, well, they broke down the door, obviously, and John Brown was captured. Now, I wish I had looked this up because I saw it one place and I didn't.
Are you talking about the sword?
Yes.
Yeah. We probably saw it in the same place.
Okay. Because I wanted to verify this actually happened. So listeners, please take this one with a grain of salt. He was captured, but before he was captured, he was beaten. Brutally beaten.
Yeah. But with the intent to be beheaded.
Well, yeah, they wanted to kill him, but behead him. Did not work because they had the wrong freaking sword.
The guy grabbed his parade sword in a hurry to get ready instead of his actual stabbing sword.
His stabbing sword.
Yeah.
That is beaten sword.
And did you see it on extra credit?
Yeah.
Yeah, so did I, because I liked the way it was what was it? Fun sword or work sword?
Yeah. Yeah, that was good. That was really good.
And, pretty much just like broke his skin.
Yeah. Yeah, but he was at least concussed.
Yeah, I mean, he was screwed up.
Yeah. They messed him up pretty badly. So yeah, he was eventually obviously captured. This is the whole thing where they were trying to figure out how to try him. So it should have been federal is what I kept seeing because like it was a federal place that they raided. He broke federal law.
Right.
It should have been a federal trial. Virginia did not want that.
No.
They again like this like you said before, he was the boogeyman of the South. They wanted him dead in Virginia. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
And then that part equally didn't make sense for other people as well because he was being brought up on treason against the Commonwealth of Virginia. But because this is foreign to us as modern day Americans, but because he didn't live in Virginia, the argument was, well, if you didn't live in Virginia, how can you commit treason against Virginia?
Virginia, right.
And what have you. And again, the idea of committing treason against a state to us is I can't really comprehend that because it's it's the US. And what have you, but then conspiracy and murder.
Yeah. So he does eventually go to trial. I think we mentioned briefly at the beginning of this episode, like that his lawyer wanted him to plead insanity.
Yes.
He was like, "I'm not insane for wanting fucking slaves to be free, you dick."
Well, and also more importantly, he didn't want the two to be tied together. So not even. I mean, it's definitely a point of pride for him. Of don't call me insane because of what I'm doing, but also linking the two, and years down the road. Potentially having that cultural effect of to believe slavery needs to end is to be insane.
Yeah, right.
Right. There's a logic connection there too that he doesn't want made.
Yeah, yep. And his defense, he pretty much gave a great defense for himself at least. But I mean, at the same time, it's still like you're dealing with this.
Yeah, he gave. Actually, you just reminded me. He gave his defense laying down.
Yeah, because he was beaten.
He was hobbled essentially, and so he was like laying on the courtroom floor.
The floor, yeah.
You just reminded me of this.
Yeah,
and everything, and the only time he sat up was to defend himself.
It's like I have an
opinion.
I have an opinion about this.
I got something to say.
But it was a trial he would never have won. Nope. There was no winning this, and obviously this is when looking back on the history of it, like, was he again a martyr for the cause? Was he a terrorist? Was he a hero? And this is actually the debate that was going on in America at the time, because you had the North looking at him like, well, he was trying to free slaves, and the South was like, dude, he's a freaking terrorist and a dickhead. We got to kill him.
Right.
And even like again, his methods, a lot of the abolitionists did not agree with. Even if they're like, well, yeah, slavery's bad, but that dude's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, whose man is this? Who let him out of the house looking like that?
He's not from the North. He's from the East.
Yeah, he's from Ohio. Nobody gives a shit about. Even back then, they didn't give a fuck about Ohio. So yeah, it was. The whole Harper's Ferry raid was a freaking mess. I mean, there was people that were. There was a total train incident that happened that went horribly south. Went wrong. Where they were supposed to. I can always tell this in one place too, so I never really verified it. But that there was a train that was coming in to a station. There was guards that were posted there from John Brown's men. They thought that the train was being robbed.
Oh, right. Yes.
A freed slave, a free black man was killed.
Yeah, the ironic part of it.
On an accident during it. So it was, again, the whole thing went to shit. So before he died though, I was looking up a quote of what he said.
The note that he gave.
Yeah. And also one of the things I forgot to mention is when he died. Before he died, they normally give him, given a priest to, give you your final rites and what have you. He said no, because he did not want. He did not want his him to be given his final rites by a priest who believed in slavery.
A slaver priest. Slaver priest. I believe that was the quote.
So I'm like, yes, that's cool, man.
And
so his last message was pretty much, and I can't find the exact quote for some reason, but he did write it down though. Here we go. I, John Brown, am now quite certain that crimes of this guilty land will not be purged away, but with blood, which is pretty much the long and short of him saying that slavery will not end without bloodshed.
Yeah, Civil War's coming.
Yeah, and he was right. I mean, he died in 1859. The Civil War started again 2 years later.
Yeah, 2 years.
So, he was 100% right. And that's pretty much my story about John Brown.
and then the abolitionist attitudes towards him didn't change until after he was dead. Then he achieved martyrdom.
Yeah, right.
More or less.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously not very long staying martyrdom, because you have to be one of us to know he existed. Not to sound elitist, I just mean that, you're not going to learn about him in school, like we said.
Right. Damn shame.
Yeah. And, I guess that's all I got.
Right on. Well, everybody, that was John Brown. So, I hope you all enjoyed the episode. I mean, this is almost a 2-hour episode. We did not, it was, when I picked this topic, I'm like, John Brown, cool. Like, wow, there's a lot, lot with this story.
Oh, there's a lot we didn't say,
and there's a lot we didn't cover. Yeah, it's just such a big story.
The famous people, and yeah.
Oh yeah, at his death. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, because the one I had, because Robert E. Lee was there, but as we said, he was already
involved.
He was already involved in the Harper's Ferry incident. Stonewall Jackson.
Yeah.
Stonewall Jackson was there when he died, and there were other ones. I think he's the most noteworthy. Because I didn't write any of them down because I don't have a problem remembering Stonewall Jackson.
Yeah.
And but yeah, the irony of him being involved in his execution is hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, especially when when you think about like the South seceding and those crimes, and they weren't, any of them were hanged for that.
Right.
So, but he was.
Yeah,
so.
no, not a one. And I mean, that was like the North's call. I mean, it's, I don't know.
Yeah, so I just Googled it real quick. Which, okay. So yeah, Stonewall Jackson was there, obviously. That's interesting. I would want to verify this, but John Wilkes Booth was there apparently, because he was a part of Richmond Gray's militia.
Okay.
And he attended the he was attended the execution.
See, John Wilkes Booth got around too.
He did. He really did. Then Edmund Ruffin was a pro-slavery advocate, of course, but he disguised himself as a cadet apparently, and just to get up closer to his to the hanging. The governor of Virginia was there, of course.
Naturally.
Yeah. And then the Virginia militia was there too, of course. And yeah, that's just about as famous people that were there. But yeah, it's just crazy like how many famous people were just involved in this whole story.
In John Brown's orbit.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
It's wild business. But yeah, that's pretty much sums it up though. So yeah, if y'all made it this far in the episode, again, like it was a long one. I did not expect this to be 2 hours, but still here we are. We thank you for giving us a listen to. If you have made it this far, please give us a like, follow. Make sure you rate us on whatever you're looking at, listening to us on. If you're looking at it somewhere, give us a rating, drop us a like. Send us some suggestions of what you might want to hear us cover. We have a list going. We're going to get to that hopefully within the new year. Other than that, we appreciate y'all giving us the time to listen, and y'all be cool.